Hey, Manchester United fans. I got one quick question for y'all, boys. Where are the racks? Where are the racks, my nigga? David Ornstein broke an exclusive story yesterday. It says Tottenham Hotspur win the race to sign Mateusz Fernandes from West Ham United. Spurs submitted highest proposal believed to be around £85 million guaranteed. And 21-year-old West Ham United midfielder opted to join Tottenham Hotspur. Opted to join Tottenham Hotspur. That's huge. Numbers beyond where Manchester United were willing to go. Where are the racks? Where are the racks? This just kind of shows, bro. When you're massive, you're massive. Maybe I just need to stay inactive on YouTube or something because since I last uploaded, we've completed the signing of Jean-Paul Van Heck. We've been linked with Sandro Tonali, and that deal seems imminent. And we have been linked with and seemingly completed the signing of Mateusz Fernandes, who I believe personally is one of the best, if not the best, under 21 midfielder in the world. So I do want to talk about Mateusz Fernandes. Does he revolutionize our midfield? But first, I do want to speak about a few of the things I spoke about in my last video regarding midfielders and the qualities that are required from a deserving midfielder. And let's see if Matheus Fernandes checks those boxes. And I can't even make this up. As I'm recording, I just wanted to check and see if we got any more news. SZY, our top ITK, has just reported Sandro Tonali has turned down a move to Manchester City to join Spurs. Deal is imminent. I mean, a month ago, we didn't know if we were going to be playing in the Premier League or the Championship. And now we're about to have a midfield pivot of Matheus Fernandes and Sandro Tonali. I'm just in shock. I honestly just can't believe what's been transpiring the past 24 hours, honestly. The fact that we beat Manchester United in that race for Matheus Fernandes when they had been laying down groundwork for months now. And then we just end up literally taking him from them. And now Sandro Tonali as well. I'm honestly at a loss for words, but what we'll do in this video is we're going to be talking about both Matheus Fernandes and Sandro Tonali now. And we'll see if they check those boxes that are required from a midfield. Sorry, I'm just at a loss of words right now. So, um, yeah, I'll just kind of break down these signings, and then after we go through that checklist, I'll speak about both of the signings in a vacuum, I guess. So the first quality I talked about was receiving the ball on the half turn, and then also just kind of receiving the ball under pressure. I feel like Matheus Fernandes does that at a very, very high level. Whether he's receiving the ball like deep here and he's getting pressed, I have full faith in him to be able to carry his way out of this. Um, if the guy's touch tight on him while he's receiving the ball, I have full confidence in him being able to shield the ball. He has the strength to protect the ball and then also find a way out of that situation. Another thing about him receiving on the half turn, he's so good at getting his head up and finding players and options up the field. And he has such, honestly, an incredible range of pass for someone at his age. Um, I've seen him play these diagonal balls to Jared Bowen, or even if he finds himself on this side of the pitch, I've seen him play these diagonal balls to Somerville. So he has, the word I'm looking for is he has no angle bias really. He is comfortable receiving on all angles. He's comfortable passing from all angles, which is just such an incredible thing to have at the age he's at. I mean, at 21, he's able to do things that some players just don't have. Some players don't have the things he can do. Um, in terms of Tonali, in this situation, I feel like receiving on the half turn, he's good at. He's a very anticipatory player, so he's good at receiving the ball and knowing what he wants to do before he gets it. So once he gets it, and obviously the Zerbi system is kind of created to just take up space. So I know Tonali's a smart enough player to, when he's receiving the ball, he knows where the space is, he knows where his teammates are. He can kind of either, if he wants to, play this ball to Mateusz, or he could quickly receive, pass into the space, maybe even on first time played into the space, into either Solanke or Madison, whoever decides to drop in. Um, Another thing is he also has an insane range of passes, and I've seen him play these diagonal balls or these switches to the wide areas, whether it be the tell, the Kudus, depending on what side of the pitch he's on. The one concern, I guess, is just him receiving the ball under pressure. I feel like when he's under pressure, he tends to be very basic. Um, I think that's why Newcastle kind of struggled in the latter half of the year when Bruno was injured, because Bruno is very, very good in these deep areas, being able to receive the ball under pressure and find options up the pitch. Whereas Tonali was more comfortable being higher up the pitch, being a part of that attack, or if he was deeper, he liked being a lot more basic in possession. So in this situation, if he's getting pressed, I either expect them to play it here, predictably play it into the space if it's like some sort of build up pattern, or um, like if he's down here, I just kind of expect him to play it back to Kinski or play it back to whoever may be open in his back line. I just don't see him having the inventiveness to get this ball, be press resistant, and then be able to lose this man and carry the ball to pitch, at least at a consistent level. This is just from what I've seen, honestly. But obviously, Tonali offers a lot out of possession, in my opinion. So I'm willing to take that downside from him, especially if he's going to be paired with a Mateus Fernandes. The next quality that I want from this player is I want them to be vertically minded, or just progressive minded as a player. And I feel like Mateus Fernandes is the guy for the job. I mean, I feel like sometimes he's hyper vertical, but he's always looking to progress the ball. He's always looking for options up the pitch, whether that be, again, like I mentioned, like a lob the ball to Kudus or Tell, or through the lines to Slinky Madison, um, or even if it's just doing it himself, carrying it past the man, and driving into the space himself. He is always looking to progress the ball. So, I mean, check that box. He's great. Tonali also, I feel like, is a very progressive minded player. He's always looking to progress the ball. I feel like at Newcastle, at times, he was very, very basic in possession. And I feel like that's more of a testament to the way Eddie Howe set up the team and the quality around him at the time. Um, but I feel like he is someone who's always looking to progress the ball, whether that be through his passing or his carrying. So I feel like that's a plus for both of them. I feel like both of them check that box for us. The last two qualities I want to talk about that this player is going to need from this position is out of possession, just positional discipline, as well as athletic capability. And I feel like when we're talking about both of these players, we can start with the athletic capability thing. I mean, both of these players are more than capable athletically. They've proved it at the Premier League level, obviously, already. Mateus Fernandes is someone that I trust in the press to initiate the press, and is also someone I trust to screen this back line here in case a team were to break the press. Same with Tonali, honestly. I've seen him play this deeper role in Newcastle and screen this back line, and he's done a very, very good job getting from touchline to touchline. Um, and I think he would thrive in a position where he's initiating the press just because he has that energy and he has that ability when it comes to winning duels and tackling to be able to initiate that press at a very high level. I think he's just like a total upgrade on Bentancur in all aspects, in my opinion. Um, and then I've also seen both of these players make incredible recovery tackles where it looks like a team has broke the press and it may be like a 3-on-1 opportunity and everyone's moving and nor these players. But say he has an option here and an option here. I've seen Mateus Fernandes be able to track this guy down and make a tackle from behind, a very, very dangerous tackle, but he's able to do it at a very, very high level without, you know, I guess the denial of a goal scoring opportunity or making a tackle in a position where you're at risk of a yellow or even a red card. Um, Same thing with Tonali. I've seen him just make these gut busting runs back into defense and make these recovery tackles. So that's not something that I'm super concerned with these two. The one thing that I am slightly concerned with both of them honestly is maybe that positional awareness, but um as I can just see both of them wanting to be on the forefront of the press, initiating that press, joining the press, I guess, maybe not initiating it, but I could see them just kind of jumping the gun and leaving large spaces behind for the defense to manage, which is obviously not ideal. Ben DeVen is very good at managing those spaces sometimes just because he has the speed to close people down. But Van Heck doesn't really have the speed. But just from the World Cup cameo, I mean, it filled me with a lot of confidence. A few times he got rinsed in those situations because he can be very aggressive at times. But when we're just looking at these signings in a vacuum, first off, starting with Matej Fernandes, how long have we needed a player like him? I mean, for so long, we've been lacking a player who is comfortable receiving the ball and then progressing play with his passing, who has an unlimited range of passes in his locker. And on top of that, he's only 21. I don't know if they spoke about how long his contract is. I'm assuming it'll be like a 5 to 6 year contract, but it's just, oh my gosh, like I saw a tweet and it was like it's like finding water in a desert. That's pretty much what it's like. I mean, we've just needed this for so long, and he's so good, two-footed, super strong out of possession, no physical or athletic concerns with him. Um, I mean, if he was our only midfield signing, I would completely sign it off. I feel like he'd be perfect for the job. When it comes to Sandro Tonali, I understand the controversy around the move. A lot of people are concerned about the price. A lot of people are concerned about what our business will look like after spending that type of money. Um, my response to that is it seems like we have a lot of players out the window. I say out the window, going out the door this summer. I've seen Vuskovic being rumored at like 50 to 60 million. I've seen Romero probably going to go for about 40 million. Berval is probably going to go for about 50 million pounds. And then we have even more players like Pape, Richarlison, Dragushin. Those are just off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of other players. I think that's really it for the big departures. But I mean, when you look at that, that's easily 200 million in sales, and that covers both of the midfielders. So and some. So I feel like we still have the money to go big enough at winger and striker. So that's not a huge concern of mine. So when I'm looking at the signing, I think it's a good one, especially with him being added in addition to Mateus Fernandes. Mateus Fernandes, oh my gosh. But when it comes but when it comes to Sandro Tonali as a signing, I feel like him as a plus one to Mateus Fernandes, it is a really, really good signing. Um, I feel like in isolation, if it was just Tonali, there would be concerns, um, especially a lot of concerns about build up, like him receiving the ball on the half turn, receiving the ball under pressure, things like that. I understand those concerns with Tonali, but now that you have Mateus Fernandes, I don't think Tonali's gonna have to worry about that aspect as much. Um, Not only that, a lot of people were concerned about his progressive play. I feel like he is a progressive minded player. And on top of that, he's also going to be sharing a pitch with Fernandes, Van Hecke, Pedro Porro. He has so many players who are good at progressing the ball around him. I feel like we're going to be able to utilize his skill set to the highest level, um, having him in midfield with Mateus Fernandes. So I'm really, 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 really happy with these signings, all in all. Definitely floor raisers and also ceiling raisers. Another thing about Tonali is when I speak about ceiling raisers, I just feel like him playing Eddie Howe just isn't Sandro Tonali to the fullest of his capabilities. I'm super excited to see him play under Deserve because I just feel like there's another level in him. Like that's another thing that another reason why I was defending him, I guess, is because I've seen players at his age 25, 26 be able to find like just another, like it's almost like a second wind. Like they just join another team, fresh ideas, and it's an entirely new player. So I'm super excited to see how this upcoming season goes. Super excited to see who we target in the future. I saw this morning we do have links with Junior Krupi. I don't know if it's Eli Junior Krupi or Eli Krupi Jr. Um, I mean, I didn't even really entertain it at first. I just don't believe it's a possibility. But SCY said it's more than a 1% chance, I'm telling you. So, hey, if anything, if I've learned anything from the past 2 weeks, is that money talks. And because we had the money, we were able to sign a player like Mateus Fernandes. So, we'll see. You guys let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this signing. Um, Also let me know in the comments how you pronounce this guy's name, because I feel like I've been switching between like Mateus Fernandes or Matias. I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to be able to pronounce it right, so y'all let me know. If you guys like this video, like this type of content, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see next. And catch you on the flip. Deuces.